why cohabitating is wrong.
But Tommy and I love each other. Fine, we'll just go live together somewhere else.
Don't you understand what the church teaches?
I'm so excited that we're moving into our own home together. I mean, tent. Why is this so hard to set up?
I don't know, it must be because of the wind. And it doesn't really have that strong of a foundation either.
Man, I wish we had some way to keep this down.
You must be looking for these.
Who are
We're
you?
Sorry, I'm late. Sorry.
We're disaster
Waiting to happen.
waiting to happen.
Why are you always late? You're always late. You know the word. Whatever. Anyway, you see,
These 4 stakes here are representative of the things that you need for a solid foundation, not just for your tent, for your marriage as well, which you don't have. Free, total, faithful, fruitful.
Oh,
These are the things that keep everything in place, like your relationship.
well, can we have those?
No!
Wait,
these 4 qualities create a solid foundation for the unique and sacred relationship of marriage, providing it with the stability it needs. Free. Jesus says the truth will set you free. Marriage is a free choice with no impediment.
Total. Marital love is sacrificial and unconditional, holding nothing back.
Faithful. Marriage is perpetual and exclusive. Husbands, love your wives as Christ loved the church.
Fruitful. Marriage is for the procreation and education of children. As it says in Genesis, be fruitful and multiply and fill the earth.
Cohabitation, living together in an exclusive relationship outside the act of marriage, doesn't have this support. So it ends up much like a tent without stakes to hold it in place, vulnerable to the wind because it lacks the foundation it needs.
hey, where did you get all those?
Oh, well, or some really nice girls in the campsite over there. I was hungry, so I just went and got some from them.
But I've been sitting here eating bread alone all morning.
Well, I don't like bread. And it's not like I committed to stay with you.
Commitment is something demanded of the marriage relationship, but when cohabitating outside of marriage, this promise is never vowed to one another. Without the assurance of eternal commitment that comes with the vows of marriage, there's nothing protecting that relationship from unfaithfulness. It's much easier to just walk away. Plus, cohabitation isn't good prep for marriage anyway. According to a 2003 study by the Sociology Department of Duke and Michigan Universities, couples who live together prior to marriage have a divorce rate up to 80% higher than those who wait until after their wedding to live together. Got any 3s?
Nope. Go fish.
What about 6s?
Nope. Go fish.
I'll take these. Hey, come on!
but-
We were playing with those! Well, I guess we could go outside.
It's raining. This is boring. Maybe not that boring.
Even if you don't plan on taking part in any sinful activities, cohabitation is still placing yourself in the temptation of sin, and that's not healthy for us.
We learn through the Catechism that couples preparing for marriage should see in this time of testing a discovery of mutual respect, an apprenticeship in fidelity, and the hope of receiving one another from God. They should reserve for marriage the expressions of affection that belong to married love. They will help each other grow in chastity. Cohabitation is taking part in something designed especially for marriage, and taking part in that outside of marriage makes the vows less important.
Why isn't this working? This is taking forever.
So you see, just one spark can start a huge fire.
A fire that could be very difficult to control. Building a fire out of rocks and sticks is extremely difficult, almost impossible. That's because those are the wrong tools to use to make a long and lasting flame.
Just one spark can start an intense fire, one that's difficult to control. If that intense fire starts before you embrace the sacrament of marriage together, then what happens after your vows?
It actually shows a lack of faith in your love for one another, because you want to test out your relationship before committing. Everyone dreams of a lasting love, and chastity is a virtue demanded of the marriage relationship. If you're not living chastely before you make your vows, how will you do so after?
Well, I'm glad it stopped raining.
Yeah, it's nice out now.
Hey! Hi! Hi, guys!
You know, you being late to all these things make us a lot less impressive.
What was that for? Now we're soaking wet and our fire went out.
Well, things couldn't get much worse.
You speak to me. I know this will be temporary. You asked to leave, but I can't tell you that I've had enough. I can't take it.
Marriage and true love means giving of oneself for the good of the beloved and doing what is best for his or her soul. Marriage is also a means for the spouses to point each other to heaven.
If you want to get to know your future spouse, court them rather than living in. Abstinence is a way of showing true love. Cohabitation robs you of the unique and special experience of a relationship of marriage. Jason Everett says, they knew each other, built a solid friendship, and then stepped with confidence into the great sacrament of marriage. When we flip this process upside down and move together to get to know each other, and then hope for marriage later, it's like building a pyramid upside down. Take your time to build love, because love is patient. If he loves you, then he'll be patient too.